Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to My Thoughts On, and I am your host, Atratzu. Today we are going to have a look at BioShock Remastered. This is just one of those games that popped up in my Steam library because I had BioShock, and they were like, well, we're going to develop the remastered version, and we'll give all the people that have BioShock originally it for free. So, let's just get the preliminary stuff out of the way. BioShock, the original game, was released August 21st, 2007. The remastered version was released on Steam September 13th, 2016. The developer for BioShock is 2K. Or I should probably say the developer for BioShock is 2K. So, looking at the Steam reviews for this game, it looks like there are really, two types of reviews that I'm really seeing. One type of review, most of the positive reviews, are talking about just BioShock as a game and how good it is. That's perfectly fine. BioShock is a fantastic game. I don't think that people are probably going to be arguing over that very much. However, I am seeing an alarming amount of negative reviews talking about having crashing problems. Now, I personally have not had any problems with my game crashing, but there are clearly enough other people to bring down the remastered's rating to 50%. So, it does make you wonder if the original BioShock is more stable than BioShock Remastered. Is this really remastered? The remastered version, though, seems to just have some minor graphical improvements, and that's about it. There was something else that I got out of the BioShock Remastered version, though. I actually didn't have the DLC for the extra content this here. I didn't have DLC for these three original content. Anyways, I don't think I had the content for these. So I was able to see what these are, and I'll just quickly mention them in this video. So, let's jump right into the game and start talking about the meat of the game, shall we? I decided to make a new game plus earlier. Actually, I scrapped this project before. I wanted to... I did this once, and then I played through more and kind of refined my ideas about it a little bit more, scrapped it, and came back. So, we are currently still in the very early parts of the game where we only have 2 weapons. The thing that I like to think about, and I don't know, BioShock is like Half-Life 2 for me, in that I use games like Half-Life 2 and BioShock to judge other games when it comes to story-driven, first-person shooter type games. So, as you progress through the game, you will get different weapons, and you'll get different plasmids, and you'll get different unlocks. And you want to space those upgrades out so that it keeps the player engaged and interested in what is going on from one phase to the next. Rude. So, let's just cover the basics of this game. The first thing that you'll notice about the user interface, you can use the scroll wheel. I'm going to be talking from the perspective of somebody using a keyboard and mouse. You can use the scroll wheel to switch between weapons. You use the right click to switch between plasmids. Let's hide back here and make it a little bit easier to talk. As you can see, that's what you do to replenish your mana. You'll notice at the top left, there are the red and blue bars. The red bar indicates my health, with the plus icon and the number indicating how many health kits I have. So, if I hit F right now, I use up a health kit to heal myself. Then you also have the blue indicating plasmids and Eve. So Eve is what you're using. Plasmids are the power-ups. So right now we are using the Electrobolt plasmid. Whoop. I didn't use it much in my playthrough, but you can press Z to go into scope mode. Like said, I really didn't use it much on my playthrough. An average playthrough for BioShock will probably take you anywhere between 10 to 16 hours, depends on if you're familiar with it or not. I went particularly slow on this run again. It was fun to revisit BioShock, but I feel that I probably went faster than normal, even though I was very thorough. I thought maybe this time I'd be able to get the achievement for getting all of the audio logs. It didn't happen. I tried so hard, and I got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. So, there's not much else that I really have to say about BioShock that you wouldn't get covered in another BioShock-esque review. You can get that cool little watery thing, and hopefully water effect, and hopefully this will give you a bit of an idea what you're going to be up against when you're playing the game. I don't have an up-to-up comparison, but I watched somebody else's video that showed an up-to-up comparison between BioShock 1 and BioShock Remastered. So I have seen the up-to-up comparison. Remastered is a little bit more pretty looking, but I really didn't notice anything that was extravagant or worth writing home about. The system requirements, though, for BioShock Remastered confused me because I figured that they'd update the operating system. The recommended operating system is still Windows 7. Now, I think everybody would prefer to be on Windows 7 because it's way more stable than 10 or 8. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers in this particular case. Let's just stare at them while they break the glass, So, let's just move on to the next spot, and I think then we will move on to talking about something else. I could show all the different upgrades that you get, but I think that kind of takes away from the excitement. Although we're going to the medical pavilion, we might just get all my upgrades right here. Yep, there they are. So we're not going to go any farther than that. Take my word for it. In a New Game Plus, once you go to the medical pavilion, you then gain all of your items, your plasmids, unused atoms. So that's a fantastic way to go back if you're going to replay the game, like I am going to need to do eventually. So let's talk about some of the other features. Achievement-wise, all the achievements are there. They are different achievements than... Well, they're the same achievements as in BioShock 1, but you can re-earn them. So if you've earned all the achievements in BioShock 1, you have the opportunity to go back and re-earn all the different achievements. I don't have the time to do that, though, unfortunately. There are also director's commentaries scattered throughout the levels. I think you can get them here as well. So not much to say about that. If you're interested about the backstory of how they made the game, that'd be interesting. There was this cool museum thing. So let's look at this. I don't know if this was in BioShock 1, but this was pretty cool to see in BioShock Remastered. You have this museum setting thing. No weapons, no medkits, nothing like that, but you can look at like the models and be like, oh, okay. Yeah, you walk around in the museum kind of thing. You're like, oh, look at this one. Oh, yes. And then if you mouse over this, it'll give you the text explaining what each thing was used for. It's interesting that you had a lot of concept art, and then they had characters that they'd never even used. Like, imagine seeing this thing in the game. Ugh. Would not have wanted any of that. It's a boomer! So, this is kind of a cool effect. What? I didn't even look up to see the different sea life. That is cool. That's cool. What is this? Okay. So if you didn't get the opportunity to see these because of crashing problems, there you go. We pretty much saw it. If you really, really, really want to read all the other stuff, feel free to leave a comment and I'll go through, and I guess I could read it all for you, but you really don't want that, trust me, because then you have to deal with me reading really slowly so I don't have a weird dyslexic moment and flip words around, or, I don't know, reading out loud is still embarrassing. Not a fan. So, that's the museum type thing. Yeah, this is the one that I remembered the most. So, let's go back to the main menu yet again. So, you have additional content. The Iron Team, A Shocking Turn of Events, and Worlds of Hurt. So these are the DLC for BioShock, and you can buy them separate. I don't know. I haven't looked this up, so you might want to look it up, and it might tilt your interest in whether you buy BioShock or you buy BioShock Remastered. I think you're probably still going to want to get BioShock 1, even if this is included in the remaster, just on the principle alone that BioShock 1 is more stable than BioShock 2. But I don't know that for sure. I'm just judging based on what other people are saying in the reviews. On my computer, both of them are pretty stable, and I was happy to get some free stuff with this. So all of these DLC revolve around one thing. There's a little sister who you need to save, and that's the whole idea. In the Iron Team, it's this is the shortest one that you run. You have to figure out a bit of a puzzle type thing to figure out how to get through there. And then a shocking turn of events. This one is another puzzle, but a little bit longer. And then Worlds of Hurt. This is basically a battle royale where you have to just fight your way through to get everything. So, just to show a little bit of a sample of the Iron Team, it loads up here. I don't have anything else to say to cover for the loading. Okay. Chamber of Thrills. Got it. Escape, escape. Ta-da. We are here. We run through there. And that is the little sister that we need to save. But we got no weapons. We can't do anything. Whoops. That wasn't very smart, was it? So then what you have to do is you need to run through here and gather all the different resources to get through. Let's grab one of those. I had to watch a video explaining how to get it. That's an extra item. You have to find all the roses, so there's an achievement for finding all 4 roses in this game. Again, I will own up to my being bad. I had to look up guides to figure out how to get past this one. So that opens up the side door. The hose. You got all these Eve hypos down here. So you basically loot, and then there's more stuff over there, but I'm not gonna keep running this puzzle just so other people can have the experience figuring out for themselves. The idea is going to be that you need something to help you get through, because you can't run this way. I was just thinking how funny it would be if I actually made it. Close. So, if you die, you revive back here, you can keep going. But do notice that your health is a little bit lower. That's what you have to work with now from this point on. You will get health kits once you continue on through the rest of the game. But you have to make a U-invent over here because you cannot hack this one. All the hacks in this game, in these game modes, are way too fast. Like I flipped one open. It's just impossible. You're not going to be able to hack anything in here. So the goal is you're going to need to make an automatic hack tool, hack this U-invent. Not really. No, not hack this U-invent. You're going to need to U-invent an auto hack this right door. That door opens up, and then you got to do something. Because you can't take the little sister until you take care of the big daddy there first. So, that's your hint. Nothing else really to say about this. Yeah. Nothing else to say about this. You can restart. Let's see here. Is it going to show us what it is? Nah, it's not going to show us. They give you a score. There might even be leaderboards. But you can keep track of how fast you did it. There's an achievement for finishing it fast enough. Let's go back to the main menu. And I don't think there's really anything else to show. Again, if you want to see this stuff played, there are definitely guides and stuff like that currently available, and I'm just going to reinvent the wheel if I try to make something like that, so no point at all. But yeah, that's really all there is to say about BioShock Remastered. Hopefully this was of some value. Like said, this game just popped up in my Steam library, and I was like, sure, I'll replay BioShock. I've got BioShock 2 Remastered as well, so that'll definitely be coming down the line. Hopefully this was of some value. If you liked it, like it, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. My name is Atratzu, and I'll see you next time.